Hey you guys, welcome back to the vlog. In this video, I want to talk about what it means to belong. So I wrote a post recently that was all about true belonging. And oftentimes we are seeking belonging outside of ourselves with other people, other places and spaces. We want to be chosen so that we feel that we're loved and we're worthy. We want to believe that we belong to certain groups and communities because, again, that's what makes us valuable and worthy. Otherwise, who are we and what is the point of us if there aren't people who are choosing us or wanting us in their lives and their spaces? And the truth is that true belonging is about belonging to yourself. And what that really means is that you know who you are. You are unapologetically who you are. You love yourself fully. You have your own back. You trust yourself immensely. You do what is right and true for you, and you don't do any of these things. You don't show up in any specific way. You don't take specific actions. You don't behave in ways that will get you to be chosen by others. So something that I used to do personally was I used to amplify certain parts of myself that I knew other people were drawn to or that they liked in order to be chosen by them. In addition to amplifying those parts of myself, I would also take the parts of me that I felt like weren't wanted or welcome or weren't necessarily appreciated or adored like I would want them to be, and I kind of tucked them away. So I would really present a side of myself that I knew would be liked, I knew would be accepted, I knew would be loved, so that I could feel chosen, so that I could feel like I belonged. Because my core wound as a person, as the personality type that I am, with the trauma and the upbringing and everything that I've been through in my life, is this core feeling of I don't belong. There's no place for me. If you get too close, you're going to see that I'm unlovable at my core. I'm broken and damaged goods. So throughout all of my life, I would do the things I thought would bring me love, would have people choose me or cherish me or want to have me around, whether it was personally, professionally, or romantically. And I didn't feel any better when people would choose me. In fact, I ended up feeling more alone because I wasn't able to be myself. I wasn't able to show up fully, and I certainly wasn't being loved for who I was. I was being loved for the role that I was playing and the way that I really projected myself in each and every situation because that's what I thought was wanted. True belonging is, again, it's about belonging to yourself. Knowing yourself fully, really, truly loving and accepting and appreciating yourself for exactly who you are. Flaws and things about your personality that maybe aren't perfect or socially acceptable, the things that are weird and quirky or uncommon or not the status quo, that are unique and different, really embracing those parts of yourself and understanding that those are the best parts of you. Those are the things that make you who you are. You're not just another person in the sea of people in the world. You're not just another great gal or guy or the perfect fit for a job or whatever role it is that you play, or the best dad or the best sister or whatever it is that you're trying to be. You're not just the best version of what we think that's supposed to be. You're you. You're your own version of all the different roles that you play in your life, all the different places and spaces that you show up, all the different relationships. You are just you, and you love and accept and appreciate yourself for who you are, and you don't need that from anyone else. And I think this is really hard for people. I know it was for me, because we think that that's what life is all about, right? It's about finding belonging. It's about finding our community, being chosen, being loved, not ending up alone, not being isolated. We're so afraid to be alone. But the truth is that when you belong to yourself, when you do this work to really know yourself at your core, to really love and embrace who you are, and to stop apologizing for the things that make you weird or different or unlike the rest, you fall deeply in love with yourself. It sounds like this weird, gross, cliche thing, right? Like, oh, just love yourself and everything will be better. But it's true, and it's not as simple as just thinking, I'm going to love myself now, I'm going to say nicer things to myself in the mirror. It's about really, genuinely understanding who you are as a person and loving and embracing that person and showing up as that person in every situation unapologetically. Not shrinking, not bending, not folding, not trying to fit for the sake of other people's comfort for what they want and need. You do you fully and completely all the time. When we're able to do that, when we're really able to love ourselves and accept ourselves and be unapologetically who we are, There is no more need to be chosen and to feel like you belong to certain groups. You don't go out into the world and change who you are, or show up in certain ways, or do and say certain things to be chosen so that you can belong. You're not worried about rejection. You're not worried about people abandoning you. Sure, those things will still hurt. I'm not saying that I'm immune to that, but you don't experience them in the same way. Your self-worth is no longer on the table. If somebody rejects you, if they don't want to work with you, if they don't want to date you, if they don't want to be with you anymore, if they never want to speak to you again, if they think you're weird or different or flawed or whatever it is that's going on, that's just their opinion. And it might sting, it might hurt, it might be sad to lose certain people or certain opportunities and communities, but your self-worth isn't on the table because it belongs to you and you alone, because you are the one who decides what you like about yourself and what you don't and what you want to change and why. You belong to you. And when you do that, you have this deep, unwavering, fundamental confidence that just radiates from deep inside your soul, and it allows you to actually create even more genuine, loving, real, true, lasting connections, because you are not playing a role. You are not trying to be something that isn't true to who you are. People are able to see you and meet you because you show up fully, but it starts with being able to show up fully with yourself. Again, this is going to sound really cliche and silly, and you're going to think it's pointless, but I would encourage you to go into a process of dating yourself, spending time with yourself, getting to know yourself deeply. Get a journal and write yourself letters, express yourself to yourself. Find the parts of yourself that you really genuinely love. Embrace the parts of you that you don't like about yourself just because you want them to be different, not because you think they should be different because someone else wants them to be different or expects them to be different, but because you yourself say, you know what, I'm not showing up as fully as I know I can in this area. I am not living out my full potential. I'm not being everything that I was put here to be. I'm not doing the things that I really want to do in this way. I don't like the way that I feel in my body. I don't want to show up in this way. I don't want to do things at this level. I want more for myself. Then you go out and you make changes around that. You don't do it because you think you have to or it's what's expected of you. You just belong to you, and the only opinion that really truly matters is your own. And you can only get there by really being in a relationship with yourself, whatever that looks like. And a lot of the times it is going to require solo time. Spending time with yourself, going out into nature, going out to restaurants alone, really figuring out what you like because it's what you like. Staying home over the weekend or on a Friday night or when all your friends invite you out because you want to spend time with yourself and you want to see what comes up for you when you're not constantly keeping yourself in motion, keeping yourself busy, being in relationship with other people and taking in their expectations and their wants and their needs on conscious and subconscious levels. You are just with you and you get to see how you feel about things and you get to be uncomfortable with yourself and figure out why that is and figure out where you're unhappy and why and what needs to change and why you want it to change. If you are seeking belonging, then that would be my push, my plea, my hope for you is that you will work to find it with yourself first. And I know that it can feel lonely and isolating. I know that it's hard to be alone. It's hard to be with yourself when you don't really know who you are and you feel this immense pressure to be somebody that you're not in all the different relationships and places and spaces in our lives. But it is the most important work that you can do because it's fundamental, it's foundational for everything else, whether you want to grow or heal or do the impossible or create something amazing in your life, whatever it is. You can't do that as quickly and easily and as successfully if you don't know who you are, because you're always going to get derailed by what other people think or want from you. So take that time, spend time with yourself, form a relationship with yourself that is yours and yours alone, that becomes the basis for other relationships and that allows you to feel a sense of deep, true belonging, even when you're all by yourself, because you belong to you. That's what I have for you today. I will catch you guys soon in another video.